Saga, what's happening, bro? The most devious AI of all time. Let's go.
So today I got a story about the OG AI. I'm not talking about they got ChatGPT and all of this now. Nah, this takes place years before all of that. Back in the days when if you had to write an essay, you had to use your actual brain. Nowadays, these kids, I gotta be honest, ChatGPT, the only reason you got a good GPA.
Damn. Bars.
Alright, but anyways, so this all happened back when I was in high school one day. Some friends and I were messing around on the school computers when we randomly stumbled across this particular website. And this website, let me tell you, it fell into the wrong hands, gave us way too much power. And what the website was basically it had dozens, if not hundreds, of these prank calls you could send to people. But these weren't just normal prank calls because they were prank calls that were run by an AI robot. So the AI would control the call, but it used the voices of professional voice actors to talk to the person on the other line. And that combination of the AI and using realistic human voices made the prank scenarios pretty realistic and believable.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, some of these calls were 2 minutes of just emotional manipulation. And so the way it worked is you would scroll through the website, pick the prank you wanted, and you know, some were worse than others, and then you type in somebody's phone number and the AI would handle the rest. So if you sent somebody one of these calls, you know, they'd answer their phone and the robot would start having a conversation with them. And it was always something specifically designed to be antagonistic. It'd always get people yelling, you would always get crazy reactions, and the AI would know when the person
Yo, that shit still exists today, bro. That'd be fire content right there.
on the other line stopped talking, and then it'd queue up the next line to play. So from the perspective of the person getting called, they think they're talking to a real human, having a natural, organic conversation. You really wouldn't even be able to tell. And the pranks themselves were wild. They all sounded like something you'd hear off GTA Talk Radio. Unhinged, out of pocket. And as an example, I was actually able to go back and find the same website. I was surprised it was still up and running. But to see how one of these would go, here's
Yo, is prank dial the website?
some clips from one of the calls. This one is called "Why'd You Hit My Car?" You know, so you'd answer your phone and immediately hear something like this.
Hello? Yeah, hey. So you the one who hit my car? Well, you left your phone number on my windshield. Listen, B, you scratched my fender and busted out my taillight. Yo, don't lie to me. I got your note right here in my own hands.
So as you can see, it's basically designed to, step one, make the victim angry and confused, followed by heavily gaslight them into whatever wild story the call was about, and then finish it off by repeatedly yelling insults at them. That was the template for every single one of these. And then they actually even took it a step further because you could also personalize the call. You could tell the AI which locations to use, what names to say, and other specific details about the person. And then the bot would use all that info to heavily gaslight the victim even further into believing.
That's OD, bro. Because if you're calling somebody you know and you know like pretty much the basics, like information wise, bro, they're gonna be shook.
Whatever wild scenario the AI cooked up. And it would work, I'm telling you, 10 out of 10 times because it seems so real.
That's crazy.
Because you would think people would hear the prank call and just hang up the phone, but the AI was too good. It would suck people in, get them emotional. And here's the thing about prank calling. You know, it is basically an immature thing to do for entertainment. That being said, we found that website. You already know we started using it for shenanigan purposes left and right. Became straight menaces. Not a soul was safe. And so, immediately after discovering this website, my one friend and I, we'll call him Jesse, our first order of business was we knew we had to test this out on one of our other friends because we knew he'd walk right into it. And just in case this website wasn't devious enough already, as an added bonus, they made it so you could actually listen in on the call going down live in real time. Made me feel like I'm doing FBI wiretaps out here. And we didn't really know how deep this would end up going because it started out as just one simple call, something.
Now let me ask y'all this. Have y'all ever pranked somebody or prank called somebody? If you have, smash the like button to let me know, you know what I'm saying?
Harmless, you know? So one day after school ended, we waited about 30 minutes, gave our target some time to get home first, and then we pulled up the website and had the AI give this man a call.
That's crazy.
So we'll call our friend Cameron. And the one we sent him was the same one I played the clips from earlier, the one called "Why'd You Hit My Car?" So we're listening along live. He picks up the phone, right? He says, "Hello?" We hear the robot immediately comes out the woodwork. First thing the bot says, it goes,
Yo, hey. So you the one who hit my car?
Keep in mind, Cameron had just recently gotten his license at the time, so he answered back a little confused. He's like, hit your car? What are you talking about, bro? You got the wrong guy. The AI starts trying to rope him in immediately. He's like,
well, you left your phone number on my windshield.
And Cameron starts getting a little annoyed. He says, I don't know what to tell you, bro, because I did not leave no note on your car. The guy's like,
yes, you did.
And I don't think he was fully buying it until the robot starts throwing out all the personalized details we gave it. Because now the gaslighting phase of the call starts. The guy's like,
yeah, let me guess. You drive a red car?
Yo, nah, gay, bro. You gon' gay. You gon' fucking stress somebody out doing this bullshit.
Like,
yeah, let me guess. You drive a red car?
Yo.
And after that, Cameron is now lost. He doesn't know what's going on, especially because red isn't a super common car color anyway. So he's like, red paint? Where did you say this happened at? We're listening on our end of the phone as this man just becomes more and more confused. He's like, look, I don't know who wrote down my number on your note because I haven't touched your car, all right? AI starts talking back. It goes,
yo, don't lie to me.
Now, Cameron starts really getting irritated. He yells back. He's like, nah, I think you're the one lying to me right now. And then the AI just straight up interrupts and insults him. It goes,
man, what's wrong with you?
He starts shouting back over the phone even louder.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, gay. I wouldn't take that, okay? Another grown man slapping like that's crazy.
It goes,
man, what's wrong with you?
He starts shouting back over the phone even louder. He says, look, I don't know how you got my number, who you are, how you know what car I drive. The robot just interrupts him, insults him again, and goes,
I got your note right here in my own hands.
He's yelling.
Okay. All right. Gang, that's 3 slaps. He gave you the 2-piece combo just now. What are you going to do in that situation? Cannot be me, bro. Wait. What you talking about? What wrong with you, boy?
And arguing with the robot.
That 2-slap crazy.
In my own hands.
He's yelling and arguing with the robot. He goes, I didn't hit your car, bro, all right? And the robot snuck one last line in there before he hung up. It's like,
are you stupid or something?
And after that, he'd had enough. He finally hung up the phone, wasn't having it anymore. We were on the other end listening to this whole thing, dying. I don't know, it was just something comical about listening to somebody go back and forth with a robot.
Bro, it's crazy. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? Scammers, they can't call me for shit. I mean, nowadays anything scam, bro, is so fucking obvious to me. Like they're so fucking lazy with it. But when it comes to calling you and shit, scams, not happening. Prank calls, not happening. Cause if your number is not saved in my phone, I'm not answering that shit. All right. If I don't see somebody's name and it's just a number, I'm not answering that shit, bro. No way, no how. So if I were to give, let's say, Saga, bro, Saga, Saga, y'all know what I'm trying to say, okay? If I give him my number and it's not saved, but he texts me saying, yo, it's so-and-so, I'll be like, I got you, say that little number type shit. But bro, y'all is not getting me with no pranks, no nothing, bro. Not happening. I'm not answering my phone.
And after that call ended, I'm not gonna lie, we immediately started scrolling back through the website again, looking for another call to send him back to back. I mean, come on, we weren't gonna let him off easy. So we decided we had to find another call related to driving, so he would think it was somehow connected to the first one. So we found this one of some type of DMV worker calling you about some recent citations and tickets against your driving record. So this was a perfect follow-up to the call he just got. So like 5 minutes after the first call ended, we call him right back. He picks up, we're listening live again, and he's got no clue what's going on as this DMV worker starts telling him about all these problems he's got with his driving record. The worker is like,
hello? Hi, this is Bill from the city courthouse. Yeah, I wanted to take some time to ask you a few questions about some discrepancies we have.
Cameron is like, discrepancies? What do you mean discrepancies with my driving record? First, he starts telling him about all these traffic tickets he's got. He's like,
well, there seems to be some unpaid vehicle tickets that need to be cleared up.
Cameron is like, nah, unpaid tickets? Because I've never received a ticket in my life. AI interrupts him.
Well, if I can just go over those with you right quick, is that okay?
And Cameron kind of regretfully, he's like, all right, well, let me hear what you have. The AI goes,
All right, sure. The first one, it looks like there's a parking ticket here. It hasn't been paid. It was...
And it starts listing off these issues Cameron supposedly has. And Cameron, the whole time, this man is perplexed. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So the DMV worker is listing off these problems when he goes,
there's another one here. Can I keep going?
And Cameron walked right into it. He said, yeah? And what does that one say? AI goes,
It's actually a citation for being too stupid to drive.
And then there was a long pause, and we just hear him go, what? The AI goes,
yeah, apparently you're an idiot, and you're just not allowed to be on the road.
Which is a crazy line to throw out at somebody.
Facts.
We just heard silence on the line after that. This man probably couldn't believe the audacity this DMV worker had. And then the call cut out, and this man hung up. And we just knew this man was hot right now. Especially because, keep in mind, he had just started driving, you know, we're like 16, 17. So he's probably wondering to himself, like, is this how driving is? This is what you got to deal with? And you receive 2 calls like that back to back. I don't know if at this point he's thinking the second guy somehow has something to do with the first guy, because he very well could be stressing out, thinking there's an entire supervillain conspiracy to come after his driver's license. So after the second call ended, we drove around for a little bit, waited about 30 minutes or so, and we were debating, like, we could call him a third time. Yeah. I mean, should we send him a third one or should we just chill? But come on, you know we had to do it, come on. So probably about 30 minutes or so after the second call, we start searching for a third and final prank to call him with. So we were at a McDonald's by now, and we're scrolling through the website, and we came across this one called Stop Calling My Boyfriend. And with this the caller was an angry girlfriend that was mad because she found your phone number on her boyfriend's call history. So this was a prank you were supposed to send to a woman in the first place.
The fuck? Yo, oh my god. I need the website. Yo, DM me that thing if you want, you feel me? Bro, cause I got a number. I have a number, bro, that was on some like wild shit. Like 2 years ago, bro. And I saved the number obviously, but like randomly. I'll just go through my notes, find it, and I'm like, yeah, I want to figure out who the fuck this is, bro. So if I could do this and just hear the person's voice, bro, I could probably tell who the fuck it was. Y'all probably like, damn, bro, 2 years ago? Were you crazy? You know what I'm saying? We're like, bro, fuck all that. You feel me? Yo, I could deadass you. Yo, does this shit still work? This shit gotta work, bro. I'm about to do that shit deadass.
I don't even know why we chose that one, but Cameron was so paranoid, he still ended up making them all related, as you'll see. So we type in his number, send off the call, and like clockwork, he answers the phone, and he already knew the tone of his voice when he picked up the phone and said hello. So this girlfriend character starts talking.
I don't know how people picking up their phones like this, bro. If I don't know the number, I'm not picking that shit. For me to find out who you is, leave a text message or leave a voicemail. Simple as that. And I'll call back. But I'm not answering my fucking phone, bro.
Into him. With the attitude turned up to the max, she goes,
hello? Yeah, hello. Yeah, who is this?
So right off the jump, that had him hot. He's like, what do you mean, who is this? I want to know who all of you guys are. So Cameron was already so in his head about all these weird calls that in his mind, he had already linked them all together. I think what he was thinking was this was the girlfriend of the first dude that called him. He's probably trying to figure out how the other guy fits into all of this, because she goes,
circle.
Look, I have seen your number on my man's cell history. Why are you calling my boyfriend?
And the first thing he says is, he's the one who called me, accusing me of hitting his car, and now he's having you bother me? Unbelievable. The AI responds back,
how long has this been going on for? You tell me the truth.
And Cameron goes, this has been going on for over an hour. Jesse and I were in that McDonald's just dying. You know, at this point, this man has got to be thinking the simulation is glitching out on him. That's the only explanation. So that call ended, and that was the last call for the day. Now, fast forward to the very next day, and actually all 3 of us were chilling in Jesse's car after school, and I'm not gonna lie, this is where we may have pushed it a little far, because we were about to tell him right then and there, you know.
Yo, you know what y'all should have done in this scenario right here? Put the volume all the way down on the phone and do it do it. Do it while he's in the car, bro.
So we didn't have to wonder for the rest of his life what all these calls were about. We were really about to let him know. But then Jesse and I look at each other and we knew we both had the same idea at the same time. We had to do it to him one final time. We had to go 4 for 4 like Wendy's.
Yo.
So Jesse pulled out his phone all nonchalant, loads up the website, and sent him the original prank call, the "Why'd you hit my car" one. So he sends the call from the
Y'all, see, I'm already thinking, you feel me? Come on, bro.
front seat. 3 seconds later, I hear Cameron's phone start ringing from the back seat. He checks the caller ID and just stares at the phone with the most not again look I've ever seen. He answers the phone on speaker. Immediately, we hear the classic line,
Yo, hey, so you the one who hit my car?
This man couldn't believe it. He's
Again?
like, really, bro? Again? What do you still want from me? And he starts arguing with the AI again, back and forth. At one point, the AI goes,
I'm losing my patience.
Cameron starts yelling back, nah, you're losing your patience? You know what? You want to talk so bad, can't seem to stop calling my number, pull up right now then. He was so heated, he actually
my
had
man
to
want that smoke for real. Gang, relax. You don't know gang, bro.
can't seem to stop calling my number, pull up right now then. He was so heated, he actually had to get out of the car, still yelling into the phone. We had to roll down the windows to hear this man's conversation better. He goes, like I already told you, I didn't touch your car. You got a problem with that? Pull up then, right now. 3425 South Willow Street. I'll be right here in the parking lot waiting. So he just name drops the whole address to our high school to what he thought was an actual person angry at him for hitting his car. I mean, I had to respect it. This man was really ready to scrap right then, right there in the school parking lot. So he hung up the phone, angrily got back in the car, and he's in the back seat. We still can't stop laughing. And that's when Cameron started to realize that something was off. I think it kind of hit him all at once, and he said something about one of us having something to do with it. I turned around, I was like, bro, that's crazy, because you know what I heard is that you got a citation for being
too stupid to drive.
He was like, wow, you really think you're hilarious, huh? And it was at that point that we explained how he had been bamboozled, showed him the website and everything, so he didn't have to be a senior citizen still mystified about the conspiracy to frame him for crashing somebody's car. I'll be honest though, I was watching my back for a while after putting that man through all of that. However, by no means was Cameron the only victim of this website. Nah, not even close. We still had more work to do. Because now, Cameron finds out about this AI prank call thing. All of a sudden, he wants to abuse the power, use it to mess around with people himself. So fast forward a few days, I'm still watching my back in case this man Cameron decided enough was enough. But one day, the three of us head over to this one sandwich shop. It was this place, it was like a block down from our school, and we would always go eat there after school because it was close by. And we actually had another friend that worked there. He worked the register there. So we walk in, we see our friend Luis, and actually in the middle of ordering, the restaurant phone rings. And you know, Luis says to give him a second, somebody called about their hours or something. But it was the sound of that phone ringing that reminded us all of the same thing at the same time. And that's when we knew, as soon as we got our food, Luis was the next up victim, add him to the list. So we finish ordering, we get our food.
Crazy. Not at work, bro. Man probably don't even want to be there and you stressing him some more. It's crazy.
And Luis is over there oblivious. He has no idea. We're about to snipe him out, send him this call from across the restaurant. So we're scrolling around. Cameron is all hyped now that he's on the other side of this. And we're trying to find a good one to send him when we come across this one prank where it was this goofy sounding Mexican guy who tries to start an argument with you about the food at your restaurant. Since this one was specifically made for restaurants,
Bro. People complaining to me about the food, bro, and I didn't make it. Let's start there. And I didn't make it. What are you talking to me about, bro? I don't care. I'm only here to make some money, okay? I don't want to be here. Type shit. If I made it though, what you talk about, bro? I'm nice with it. Your taste buds is fucked, not my food.
Context was perfect. And the AI in this one would pretend to be this Mexican dude called Rafael, and he would try to place an order, but he would persistently and aggressively try to order only bean burritos. And of course, it's a sandwich shop, so they don't serve that. But this guy, Rafael, would refuse to take no for an answer. And then he would start an argument with you about why you won't serve him bean burritos, insult your restaurant. And it would just drive the person on the other line insane trying to deal with this guy.
I hear that.
So for some context, here are some clips of the AI from this call.
Hola, amigo. I want to order 3 bean, rice, and cheese burritos with carne asada and one without carne asada to go for Rafael. You don't have bean and cheese burritos? What kind of burritos do you have then? What do you mean? What kind of place is this? Ay, caramba.
So we're thinking,
Yo.
yeah, we're about to get this man Luis arguing with this man Rafael about some bean burritos. And so as we're eating our sandwiches, we looked up the restaurant's phone number and boom, we send out the call. And sure enough, the restaurant's phone starts to ring.
Damn.
But right as we were waiting for Luis to go over and pick it up, out of nowhere, it was actually the owner of the whole restaurant that had suddenly walked out from the back. And he walks out, waves Luis aside, and then answers the phone himself. Now we got the owner talking to this robot. This was not how it was supposed to go down. And this owner, I had seen him in the shop a couple times before, and he was this dude from the Middle East that was about nothing other than straight business. Serious guy. So we see him.
Yo. This shit, bro. This website can expose people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you piss somebody off to like a certain extent, bro, just so much shit comes out of their mouth. This can expose motherfuckers, bro.
Start to get hotter and hotter as he's talking to Rafael. At one point, we can hear him raise his voice from across the shop, so I know everybody else in there heard him too. He goes, "No, we do not sell bean burritos." And of course, instead of just hanging up, the AI sucks him in, and he continues to argue with Rafael, getting visibly angrier. Rafael starts talking about,
What do you mean? What kind of place is this?
So it didn't take long before he now starts yelling back at Rafael. He's angry, shouting out phrases
Look at the people in the back.
in his native language. So couldn't really fully get what he was saying, but that man was enraged. Keep in mind, this is all happening out in the open in front of everybody. So he's causing a little commotion. People are starting to turn their heads, wondering what's all the ruckus over there. And he yells into the phone, "No, you know what? I do not want your business. We have nothing here for you, okay? Do not show up here. I don't want to hear from you ever again." And then slams down the phone and storms off to the back. This man Luis is standing off to the side like nothing's going on, pretending to wipe down a counter.
It's a regular day,
now,
you know?
Maybe we should have just relaxed after all that, but I'm not gonna lie, after that owner had just cursed out Rafael and told him to never call back, we called him right back. I see the owner 0.02 seconds after the phone starts to ring again. He was already on it. And as soon as he heard Rafael's voice talking about burritos again, this man just starts yelling, almost barking into the phone. He goes, "Hey, hey, 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 hey," over and over. He must have said it like 20 times.
Damn, gang.
At one point, he pulled out a crazy line himself. He goes, "All right, you know what? You want a burrito? Come on in then. I got a big burrito for you, buddy." Once I heard him say that, I was like, no.
Hey, yo, that boy so cool.
Oh, this man is unhinged right now. Luis, who this was supposed to be him this whole time, is still standing off to the side, pretending like, yeah, everything is normal. And Rafael was not letting up because next the owner...
See, let's keep it real though. If this was any other place, bro, the owner, after that first call, the owner's not picking up again. Go get that, gang. One of the workers has to pick it up and deal with it.
Just starts repeatedly yelling, "No burritos, no burritos, no burritos." He yelled it again like 15 times in a row. I'm telling you, this man lost his mind over bean burritos that day.
Bro, and like, what's the point of all of this? You know what I'm saying? Say something once or twice. Saying it more than twice, you're kind of pushing it. You feel me? But like, there's no need for all of this shit, bro. There's no, you feel me? Like, obviously this is a prank, but outside of a prank, this shit happens in real life. What's the point of arguing with people? You feel me? There's really no fucking point in that shit.
He's got the attention of everybody else in the building by now. And then he hangs up, slams down the phone again. So, hey, it was funny to watch, but we had to stop being annoying after that. 2 calls, that was enough degenerate activity for one day. Now, the next day at school, we were retelling the story to one of our other friends, Jaden, and we were telling him the whole thing, how this dude had a meltdown over bean burritos, how he was yelling about, "I got a big burrito for you," and everything.
Hey, yo.
And after we told him the whole story, the first thing he said was this actually sounds kind of entertaining, and that he wanted all of us to go back there after school and do it all over again so he could see it for himself.
Same shit.
And I was like, bro, that's a little suspicious, us showing up 2 days in a row, and the exact time our same group shows up is when he gets all these strange calls. You know, it's not hard to put 2 and 2 together at a certain point. And Jesse and Cameron agreed. None of us were really trying to go back. But Jaden was being persistent. He's like, look, how about this? We'll all pull up after school, but I'll be the only one to go inside. I'll be the one to send the call. I'll see the reaction. And after the prank, I'll walk out, get back in the car, no problem. And Jesse thought about it for a second, and he said, all right, look, I'll drive you over there, but I'm staying in the car. I will not be stepping a foot inside that restaurant. And Jaden was like, say no more. That's all I need. And I wasn't walking back inside that restaurant either, but I was still going to ride along just to see how this was going to play out. So
y'all should just went somewhere else, deadass.
School ends and we all get in the car and drive down the block. And when we get there, Jesse pulls up and parks the car right in front of the restaurant, right by the front door. Jaden is like, all right, I'll be right back, no problem. And gets out of the car and walks into the shop. And as I waited in the car, bro, I just had a bad feeling. Because first of all, this man Jaden,
that gut turning, you feel me?
And had made no effort to be discreet. He just kind of walked in all obvious. And they had these chairs by the door, which were meant specifically for takeout orders. We see him plop down in one of those, and he just starts kind of looking around. So that was kind of suspicious already from the start. And we see the owner in there too, behind the counter, just doing his thing, which he definitely noticed Jaden walk in. And I'm sure he thought it was strange seeing this dude just walk inside, start chilling, not placing an order or nothing. And
that's
so then
fucking weird, gang. The fuck? Yo, he is weird as shit, bro. How do you walk into some place, knowing your intentions, and just making it obvious like that? Like, the least you could have done was just buy his drink or some shit, bro.
Jaden takes out his phone, dials up the number, sends out the call, and then just starts intensely watching the owner. He kicked his feet up and everything, like bro was at a baseball game.
Yo.
The three of us from the car were watching this all through the glass. Bro. We see the owner pick up the phone.
Man, I'm Dustin Mans, bro. He's done. He's staying in there, bro.
And it was immediately the same reaction from the day before. Arms waving around, yelling, all the usual antics. Out, without even hearing him, just from his body language, I already knew he was coming for this man Raphael's neck. And so Jaden did end up getting to see what he wanted. But then, midway through the call, the owner, he's still on the phone, but he pauses and looks over at Jaden. And he's kind of looking over at him, trying to figure out what his deal was. And this man Jaden starts trying to hide his reaction, act casual. But they're both looking at each other now. And I think the owner starts slowly connecting the dots. You know, he's not knowing exactly that it was an AI website prank call and all of that. But he knew something was off. Because he hangs up the phone and starts walking around the corner towards Jaden. And when that
this man's dumb, gang.
Happened, he could have tried to sit there and play it cool, but it was honestly already too late for that. So instead, this man stands up, spins around, and books it out the restaurant with the owner picking up his pace behind him. I feel like I'm watching Tom and Jerry. We're sitting in the car. We're like, oh no, get ready to reverse and drive out of here. And so Jaden runs through the front door. He makes it back to the car. He's like, drive. He knows it's us. I was like, us? Who's us? And so Jesse reverses, pulls out of the spot, and starts driving away. And as he's driving away, I turn around to look through the back window. And the owner, this man was standing at the front door, waving his arms around, waving us off. This dude is emoting like crazy. But yeah, we drove off, and that was the last time we called that man. So he never had to hear from Raphael again. Bro. I just really hope that nobody in the future, in good honest faith, ever try to ask that man for a bean burrito, because I know he would get some crazy flashbacks. I remember one time we called our high school front office with this website. We actually called them
now we talking. What you talking about?
From the school in class one day. And we sent them the same one we sent that sandwich shop, our good friend Raphael. You know, we just thought it'd be funny to confuse the front office ladies. You know, the ones that be typing all aggressive when you show up late in the morning. So we sent the call from class one day, and they actually pick up. We start listening along live. Rafael starts talking about, do you guys serve burritos and all of this? And at first she was just super confused. Why is this guy calling a high school about bean burritos? But there was another front office lady there, not the one talking to the robot, a different one, and her name was Miss Garcia. And at one point, Rafael says,
Mi amigo say this is the best place in the city to get real homemade burritos.
To which she replies, oh, your friend must be Miss Garcia. I'll transfer you to her right now.
What do you mean by that?
And then in the background, we hear her.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Her yell, she goes, Maria, I think somebody's on the line for you. Not gonna lie, it felt a little racial, but I guess she was just trying to get the call where she thought it needed to go. So shout out to her. This man said,
I want to order tres bean, rice, and cheese burritos to go for Rafael.
She said, yeah, Garcia can handle that one. And speaking of prank calls, this doesn't have anything to do with that website, but one year in high school, they did a school-wide field trip to the zoo. Like every singular student in the entire school was going on this trip. Damn. I think the point of it was supposed to be like an end-of-the-year reward for a good school year or something, which is ironic considering how the day would end. But this is the entire student body, you know, so all the teachers are stressing out and everything. I remember they had a convoy of buses going down the highway to transport everybody from the school to the zoo. So we get there, we do the field trip, and everything on the actual trip went fine. But we finish up at the zoo, and it was another convoy to get back. Now, when we got back to school, there was still an hour left in the day, so plenty of time for shenanigans. So they had everybody go to their last period, and there was no class going on. It was a free period, so everybody was just kind of sitting around, talking, bored, waiting for the day to end. When this one kid comes up with a bright idea, he's like, yo, somebody call the zoo and tell them you got stuck in the monkey exhibit and the school left you behind. And some other kid was like, bet, I'll do it right now. And just like that, he takes out his phone, dials up the zoo's number that we were all just at an hour ago. Some zoo employee answers the phone. The kid is like, yeah, you remember the school that was just at your zoo earlier today? The worker's like, yeah, what about them? He tried to make his voice sound all concerned. He goes, well, I got stuck in the monkey exhibit and I think they left without me and I don't know what to do. And the zoo worker low-key started panicking. He was like, oh, whoa, okay, do not move and stay right where you are. Don't touch any of the monkeys and we're on our way.
Hey, that's listen. Yeah, that's the zoo can get in trouble, but bro, the responsibilities on the school. They can get in trouble like crazy, bro.
Some other kids started making monkey sound effects in the background. The zoo then probably called the school because it was not even 5 minutes later. The intercom comes on and it was our principal. He's like, may I have your attention, please? This is very important. All teachers, please immediately verify the attendance for your classes and report back to the front office as soon as possible. Jeez. Bro, they probably had the administration stressing over this mystery student stuck in the monkey exhibit. I don't know how somebody is supposed to get stuck in there.
That's they ass for real, bro. Especially like if y'all were like in a group or by class, that teacher's fucked
in the first place. But I guess you can't just ignore it on the off chance that it's actually true. Yep. And I guess they figured it out eventually. But yeah, that's all for this video, guys. Let me know any prank call stories you guys have in the comments. And also the next couple of videos, I'm going to try to upload quicker than this one took me. They'll probably be a little shorter. Definitely be shorter. I probably won't do one this long for a while. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yes, sir. As you should, bro. The shorter they are, the more you can bang out type shit. Feel me? ChatGPT seems way less funner when this AI gets mentioned and presented. Welcome back. You know, it's going to be a good morning when Saga uploads. AI used to be so funny, but it's not so funny when you find out your doctor got a degree with the help of ChatGPT. That's crazy, bro. I wish Saga was around with bangers. Ah, man. You feel me? Listen, bro. I need that website, though. So I can find out who the fuck that number was calling me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys thought. That's my reaction. Finally enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe if you haven't. And I'm out.